What have you enjoyed most about Bluescamp?
It's just opened my mind and made me realise that you never stop learning and you can always keep enjoying it.
And what have you learned the most?
Try not to be scared, just do it.
Fergus, what is it you like about Bluescamp?
I really like playing in a band with other people and collaborating ideas and trying new stuff. For the first time ever I played the bass drum. No, not bass drum, bass guitar, and it was really cool, it was really interesting. And now I can understand my band better with how instruments work together with each other.
I think it's a case for me of being outside of my comfort zone and trying to do things that I don't usually do. So learn, I suppose, is maybe not the right word, but I've stretched myself and done songs I didn't know so well, done more singing than I usually do, and played parts that I wouldn't usually play in my band.
And would you recommend it to anyone who loves music?
Absolutely. I think it's a really good way to do that, to be able to put yourself in a position where you're doing something new in quite a low-risk environment so you can try things.
What's the biggest thing that's improved about your musicianship this weekend?
I would say it's the interaction with the band. So when you're in the same band for a long time, it's very easy to get stuck in your ways and people fall into patterns of practice and how you interact with each other. So it's good to be with different people and step back and think about how you interact, how you lead people and learn from people to put a gig together.
So, Conti, you've been at Bluescamp 3 days. What have you enjoyed about Bluescamp?
Well, this is the 5th year I've been coming here now, and every year I just love it. I get to meet the most amazing people and make such excellent friends. I look forward to seeing them again next time. The learning curve is so steep, just so much that you learn, and it's just a time to be creative and fun and get out of your shell and do things that you would love to do, but just don't think you'd ever get around to doing it.
And if you're not too confident in your music ability and you're used to playing alone, is Bluescamp a good place to come if you're lacking a bit of that confidence?
Yeah, 100%. I think people think you've got to be an accomplished singer or play an instrument well to come, but that's not the case. There are people who come here who are just beginners, and they leave at the end of the weekend with so much more confidence and just so much more skill and knowledge. It's definitely the place to come if that's what you're looking for.
And there are some really talented musicians as well that you can learn from. Is that what you found as well?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we have some tutorials, we learn songwriting, we learn skills. Get to play the drums, which I would never do before, because I chose to do that in one session. It's honestly, I would just recommend it. I just can't wait for the next one. The biggest problem with Bluescamp is how do you get down after the high of the weekend?
So Nigel, first up, how have you enjoyed Bluescamp?
Yeah, great. My second year, and the first year was last year, and I've also done the French Bluescamp as well, which was also brilliant. I think the thing for me was coming as primarily a guitarist, and it's helped me improve my stagecraft, it's helped me improve the guitar. But the real game changer last year was the extra workshops that we put in. I did a vocal workshop with Tom. I mean, he must be the best vocal teacher I've ever come across. And I did a bass workshop with Grant. I mean, the level of tuition was outstanding. And so I now sing where I didn't used to sing. I'm now leading singing. I never used to lead singing. I bought myself a bass and I'm now playing bass. And it's just given that whole rounded, more of a musicianship for somebody who has never been trained in anything musical. Get that rounded understanding and enjoyment to be able to play in bands or duos or trios, and just an extra richness to music that I didn't have before.
And what would you say to people who love music, love playing, but lack the confidence of performing in front of an audience?
Oh, but this is it. This is it. This is giving you the confidence to play with others. There's little open mic sessions to test things out. But you're working up to a performance in front of friends, in front of a very forgiving audience. You can't get it wrong. You can just get it different, and everybody is on a learning journey. We've got people here who are very accomplished musicians but playing different instruments and struggling on that. We've got people who are singing and trying. It's a real mix, and it really doesn't matter what level you're at. Even if you're as a guitarist, you can just play 2 or 3 chords. Okay, how are we going to put that into the mix? How are we going to fit that into the band so you feel part of it, you get something out of it, everybody you share with everybody. It's a real mix, and everybody ends up moving forward and building their confidence. Nobody gets knocked down. Very, very supportive environment. But having said that, you can go extra 2 or 3 steps as well. It's not just for beginners. Experienced musicians have got a lot out of this because they're able to again go to the next level.
So, Bob, how has Bluescamp been for you? Look at the camera, sorry, I'll try again. Hi, Bob. So, how has Bluescamp been for you? And anything that you've done for the first time this weekend?
You know what I was going to say, don't you? Anyway, so Bluescamp, it's been a few years since I've been, and things have changed for me quite a lot. So, in actual fact, it's the first time I've really sung in front of an audience like this, and that was quite hard, but it's great because all the people are so great, and the people came and said that was really good, really like your voice, and I think they're all liars, but no, it's great. And Vic, all the guys are super at guiding us, and they've got such a lot of experience. It's cool.
So if someone wasn't very confident about their musical ability, would you recommend coming here to
Absolutely,
break that down?
definitely. Yeah, that's one of the main things it does. People who've got musical ability or they're gaining musical ability, but they're nervous about it, and you're in an environment here where everybody's the same and everybody supports you. It's lovely.
And how did it feel when you nailed that song on the first night, that song that you'd actually written?
I felt like it went all right, but I was still wondering, was it all right really? And so it was important for me to get the feedback. I need that stuff that says, yes, I need to know that I'm doing all right if I'm going to carry on doing all right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely, perfect sense. So you'd recommend it to sort of all levels of musician, even those who aren't confident?
Yes, definitely, yeah. Well, I mean, thinking about it, really, I would really recommend Bluescamp for those people who are particularly just starting and are not confident. Well, it doesn't really matter if they've been playing a while, but trying to get over that confidence, I know what that's like, and this has really helped.
So, Elisa, what have you enjoyed most about Bluescamp this year?
I think, for me, it's just seeing the same people, all the friendly faces, and just being in a band and just performing together.
And what's the key thing you're going to take away from this weekend?
Confidence, I think. Just confidence in performing with everything, and collaboration, and just fun.
And would you recommend this to somebody who loves music?
Oh, absolutely. When I first did Bluescamp, I was a bag of nerves, and you've got nothing to worry about, and I thought that I didn't have anything to contribute, but they're very nurturing here, and they foster a really lovely environment, and it's forgiving, and it gives you a lot more confidence, and you come away feeling quite high, actually.